Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and close Soul Dungeon B because I just want to focus on Goomhold today. I did do a couple tweaks offline just for experimentation. We actually now have a upper floor to play with. I did also add some new features to the convert.py for EQGZI. I'll be releasing it as 1.8.3 soon if you are using that product. But essentially, if you put a suffix of _hide, it'll auto hide that object. So in the case of like my little test player, I can now make him just auto hide. What else? I don't have any huge plans today, but I think it might make sense to at least, you know, do a couple tweaks with some of the designs. Yeah, nothing super crazy planned. Let's do like a GY1 and a GY-1. Kind of flange this out a little bit. And this part feels tacky. There's a couple ways we could make it better. Let's go ahead and just take this face. Actually, why does this even exist is the question. Yeah, this has no real purpose right now. So we can just take it out. Some of these things, if we go into like increment snapping, we could take that face and just snap it like to there. And then this we could snap to, well, I was going to say snap it to the top edge, but they're not aligning. How rude. The increments don't keep with the grid very well. Not that it hugely matters. We could go ahead and start adding in some more content. We've been working on this part pretty heavily. So we have this drop-down route. I kind of like how it's designed right now. It might be a little too difficult, but that's okay. And up here, I kind of described it as some sort of maze thing in the past. Kind of debating what exactly that means. Let's figure you have this huge bounding box cube. We could actually grow that a little bit. At least on one side, but we can go ahead and do it on, you know, let's say we even do something like this. And then what we can do is start building out a bunch of geometry over here. You know what I always forget is how do you set a new origin or a global position to like the location of something you're selecting? It's like, so Shift A is add thing, Control A is applying transforms. I remember it had a hotkey, but it's like cursor. Yeah, see, cursor to active. You see how that thing's there now? Now, if I make a new cube, it gets placed there, you see, and that just makes it a little easier than having to go back to the main world every time you want to work on something. So like right now, I'm going to move this down a little bit, move it down over to like here. So I have like this entrance area, and then I'm going to do that cursor to active again. And that's just so that as we work on this area, I don't have to go find the object every time. So we got this huge area. In fact, it's more large than over there. What are we going to do with this? I got a little bit of weird geometry going on. over here, I think I can just take this out. These edges are not, oops, needed right now. Yeah, there's like a lot of weird artifacts that were kind of created during my ordeal. Not end of the world though. Yeah, because overall this has worked pretty good. I'm actually relatively happy with that. So over here we have this long corridor. Let's like simulate Elfguck or something, just because I'm not, or actually, is there like a maze generator online that I can just like, yeah, this is what I want. Because what I can do, even though this is way too complicated for somebody to navigate, and there's not enough connections, I think these usually have edits to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, see, that's interesting. I don't think I really want triangular though. Ooh. There we go. So this would mean to solve this one, oof. Yeah, that's hard. You have to hold the right. No. You have to go here and then right. And that's like the key, because after that point, then left, then right. Everything else is just mess. See, I could simulate this and put it in here and just make it absolutely a nightmare. Whoa. Alarm going off. Okay. So we're currently using a top orthographic. And what we're going to start doing is simulating this. I kind of need to like do something like this. I normally keep power tools open. I never use it though. What? Isn't there like a keep something on top option? Been a while since I've had to use it. Well, what I actually could do is save the image as a plane and put it on the actual zone. Like this. Oops. So we're going to go to zones. We're going to open up Goomhold, and we're going to call this, ooh, why are you a SVG? Can you just be a PNG for me or something? Yeah. With solutions, fine. What's this actually make? Did it generate a new one? Yes. Okay, so do I mine this one? I feel like that one is not as good. And that one's too center. I want the solution to be... Okay, so I like this one. Well, Maybe not. That one's kind of good. But it makes too much dependence. Ooh, I like this one. I like that cut right there, where there's a four-way, and one of them just, they're both dead ends, obviously, but let's try this one. Okay. So I can take this, and I can move it. So many dang things open. It's Goomhold, and we're going to call this maze. Now, if we go back into here, let's make a plane. We're going to scale it up by like 100. And we could snap it like that. Then we're going to go to materials, make a new one. We're going to call this, you know, like maze. Make a new, not node. We want to go to image, texture, open, maze. All right. And then this bounding box we can turn off. We can render, and there we go. We probably are going to need to rotate it. Either the plane. Yeah, let's just do rotate on Z 90 degrees. Perfect. And then we could actually GY without snap. And basically put it like that. So we could have fun with this. So basically we can take a cube and we can just start scaffolding this. Just go to the middle of each one, scale by Y, increase desired length, move it up a little, and there we go. One of the first walls. Just to give a little TLC to the first one, we put this over like this. We change it to rock. No. Ah, crap. Am I doing an edit mode? I am. Let me think. How do I... It's all right. I can undo this. There's a way to split it, but I don't know it offhand, so it's easier just to start over, unfortunately. Get away from me, cube. Still not gone. There. Object mode, Shift-A, cube. Set its material to rock. Go back to top view. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this again. Because now it should render properly. So about here, go up a little bit. There. Okay. Now we can start building this out. Now it's just pretty chill make objects mode. I think the scale might be a little too big, but I'm okay with that. We're going to be putting a lot of stuff in here, so we want to make sure you have room to fight. It's not like overly cramped, you know? And we can add variation after, of course. In fact, I can just look for every height of the same and just dupe like I am right now. These are all pretty tiny, by the way. I should have actually fix their height before I went, but that's okay. Yeah. But this definitely speeds it up, just doing what I'm doing right now, where I'm duplicating all the same height objects and just popping those in. Is that about it? There's one. That's technically not one. That's one. I know there's tools that would also generate this for me, but that's all right. This isn't too hard. Generating something like this, though, is eons faster than doing it by hand. Screw it, I'll just put that there for now. Because I can always just scale up. Boom. Should test it in game pretty soon, just to make sure this is working like I expected. Yeah, there's a chance this is going to be a super confusing area, which is kind of what I want, right? I don't want this to be like, this area isn't intended to be heavily explored. I actually kind of want it to be difficult so that it deters people. Because the mobs are trivial, you're going to be more paying attention to the puzzle than anything else. Maybe I'll have a boss on the end or something of interest to incentivize people to come over here, but okay. I'm almost done getting all the vertical ones. Pretty close. Guess the outer wall counts as needing to be done. Okay. Couple little spots I missed. Anything else? Obviously, let's go ahead and take one of these, duplicate it, rotate it on Z90. Oops, rotate Z90. And then we can start putting these into place. I know there's ways to auto-generate this too, which I might look into later. But this works for now. Okay. Ah, why are you fighting me? There. Good enough. All right, almost done with a good chunk of it. We should be in pretty good shape at this point. I'll have to do a multi-face select and see if I can fix all of these in one swoop for their heights because they're too short right now. Oops. Scale that up, put that there. We're pretty close. Like the whole upper half is now done. Bottom half, getting much closer. Just a couple verts. More or less done. This one bothers me though. Cool. Bottom line needs it and the top line needs it, which we can just grab something like this guy and just shift him out like that and then dupe him and put him on the top. Done. All right. Now the issue is I didn't make them very tall. There's a bit of a debate on how I best do this. I feel because I just duped a crap load of objects, that should just be in the main, I believe. Nope. I must have put this in an element. Probably over here. Let's see. Yep. So all of these cubes, I should likely move to a new collection. We're going to call it Maze Upper. And let's select them all again. And drag you. Maze Upper. All right, so now we have a way to find all this geometry pretty easily. And what we could just do is scale Z by 2. Oops, this guy down here is part of this group. Where are you on the list? Ugh. Okay, you need to get out of this list. Can I just Make it go up parent. Yeah, let's put it over here for now. What is this? Okay, so that's good. That's not good. What about you? You're good. What about you? You're okay. Okay, I think we're better now. So if we scale Z by, I don't know, like 5, this is obviously going to make there. And we'll go ahead and add a roof just to really mess with people. Something like that. Move it over a hair. And I think that'll do it. Let's check. Nope. Go here, fly over. Do a quick double check. Cool. And I'll hide the bottom floor maze solver. Ooh, this was an edit mode. I hope I didn't just like make a bazillion objects. Nope, I think we're okay. So you, Mr. Cube, you are the maze answer. And we can hide you. Cool. Let's go try it in game. That was a lot of blind generation. Hopefully I don't regret that. I did update DungeonEQ, but hopefully after this patch, it won't keep patching it each time I do an update. We'll see. I did get the dev box working enough to actually play. Okay, we have about 25 minutes, give or take. So let's get in there. Let's test out my pretty complicated maze. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna double check if this actually, it still doesn't let me down. Zone 787. All right, you actually are being put into the game. That means I don't have my hide patch, which means you're gonna see the puzzle answer. Is it? I think it's this way. And then we go over here. And then we go over here. Yeah, when there's NPCs here, this is going to be kind of difficult. Oops. The world didn't update. Because the bounding box should be bigger now. What happened? It did say it failed. I wonder if it patched it. I've noticed that happens on occasion. Ooh. Why can't it run on? Why did antivirus just randomly trigger on this? Like, it's the exact same file. What the hell is offer core? I get it. That was cheat engine. Where's my quarantine? Okay. So the client, honestly, I can just run EQ game because I don't want to mess with the patcher, whatever. But that does bring up a good point that, like, it is not happy right now. So why did it trigger antivirus? It's literally the same code as before. I don't know. All right, so we're still not getting the new geometry. Or if we are, the bounding box wasn't grown enough. Also, the bounding box should be hidden. I took it off. You know, I was hiding it just now. So this isn't exporting. That's what's happening. I know that that exit status has been happening ever since my latest patch, but... When you're in control of all the variables, it makes things more complicated when something goes wrong. So let's do this. 182. Why did you not save what I just did? So we'll backtrack to 180. Could just go grab, but that's fine. This should at least now generate, because it's just variables I don't need right now. Okay. Fortunately, this means I have to start EQ game up every time via the client that I apparently closed. It's not too hard though. All right. There we go. So let's, whoa. That's probably the maze solution right here. Yeah, immediately it's like, I'm pretty sure it's this way. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna remember this without practice. In fact, I already hit a dead end, I'm pretty sure. It's interesting the UV didn't map right on the plane. I'm definitely lost. This is absolutely a maze. That's awesome though, because it just feels like endless content. Like you just cannot know the answer, you know? And even if you look through walls, like, you know, you clip, it doesn't help you really at all. Other than just kind of hints you that there's walls over there, you know? I solved it. Don't ask me how I solved it, but I did. That's funny. I guess inevitably you'll find the answer, but yeah, that's fun. Need to clean up all this geometry now a little bit. Debating how exactly I'll do that. I guess what I could do I can select all these. Well, let me go in isolation mode with all of them. Yeah. Though we don't want the roof. Is this the roof? No, where's the roof? Whoa. So we're going to rename you to roof. So all these other objects, we can select all of them. Then we can go to edit mode and select all of them again. Go to UV editing. The problem though with this is that it's going to jack them all up. They're going to be edited. Is there like a way to say, you know, edit local instead of global? Because what I want to do, actually, if I just generically scale them all, no, that won't work, but we can try it. Let's just do like a cube projection. And I mean, that already looks better. Yeah, heck, I think that's enough. Sure, it's stretched, but we don't necessarily care about that too much. Wasn't too bad. See, when I do it there, it jacked them all up. It's weird. It's probably having to do with the fact I have that top object selected. Can we deselect everything? And now it's just, oh, I see. I actually made that object. I see. Apparently, I did not. Okay, I gotta remember, how do I separate? Because this should just be its own. Let's do face select. Find this edge. Where are you at? I know you're there. Okay, here you go. So we want to just select, no. Object mode, tab, select you, but not you. That doesn't easily work. Honestly, it's probably easier to just delete faces. There's a little bit of leftover. And then we can finish that up with a cleanup. And clean up, delete, loose. There we go. Because yeah, this isn't a hard fix. We can literally just take like the other side. Boop. And duplicate, run it along X, get over to the other side. There. And that's pretty good actually, just like that. I mean, obviously we could scale Y a little bit, shrink this down, go over Y. Something like that. Also, this thing is bothering me. Let's move you down. Something like that. That works. Let's get out of exclusivity mode. Which, by the way, why am I not able to get out of exclusivity mode? Oh, wrong key. Yeah, I like it overall. Obviously, we'll have to like add some rock formations and make this feel a little bit more natural. We could also put extra entrances and stuff just to add more confusion. They'll all connect eventually, technically, but like even just taking this object scaling it along Y and like shrinking it and then moving it. And then we could even take this object, go into edit mode, run a loop cut. Where is loop cut? There. Ugh. Run a loop cut here. Oops, why are you doing it on a face? I want you to like loop cut along the whole thing. Can you do that for me? What are you doing? This object is just wonky. Okay, I don't need the bounding box there. You're too big and obnoxious. Yeah, see, it's only doing it on one side. Supposed to loop cut. This geometry is just so wonky, it's having issues. But that's okay, we can make it still work. We'll even just like take a knife, take this face, and just cut it like this. And then we can take this face, extrude it, and then like rotate it Z over like that. And then we'll take that face and snap it over here. Oop. Right, and then we can rotate it into place. Something like that. Obviously, I'll have to take each vert and do, oops. What's going on here? You got 4 verts. There we go. Move down, move over. Something like that. Something like we can just put that on the bottom. Take this. You know? This geometry actually like recesses. And I could do like an edge clip to make this easier, but whatever. Why is that? Oh, I see. There's weird geometry. All right, so how does that look? I don't think it looks too bad. This is the maze answer. I can just hide you. All right. Okay, I am doing a Y scale. It's just a weird side. Cool. Wait, I said hide the maze, and apparently it hid the whole maze. Slacker. There. Oh, I have a little bit of geometry right there I could fix. Wait, look at that. There's definitely some unwanted artifacts there. Maybe I just can't select them. Whatever. Not end of the world. We can fix it later if we need to. But yeah, so now you can get in here, which, yeah, that's an actually pretty solid location because look, you can't just go back to the main entrance. It becomes a huge confusing maze over here too. See, that's perfect. So if you look at the cheat sheet, you can see that there is no easy way. Basically, to get back into here, you have to go up this. Oh, you can't. Nope. You have to go this way. Then you have to go down here. Then you have to go up here. And that connects you eventually. Holy crap. Yeah, this is like the dead end. And I honestly could make this like, make it another exit right here, maybe. And if I do connect this one, I think it'll be kind of the same. No, it's pretty easy to get out of this one. So maybe I'll just keep those two. Cool, I like it. Adding content. What other things do I want to do with it real quick? Let's take this face, which is on X, go like that. And that. Now we can take this edge, move it in so it's like a recess. I might take this and just like, you know, do something like that. Because it's going to be basically built on a foundation. I could flange out like some of this geometry, right? So like, go to object mode, click this, go to edit mode, take an edge, move it out of X. I can even snap edges like that. And this will just add a little bit more character. And I can do the same with you. In fact, let's do you on the inside. Can I get you to snap on the inside? There we go. And probably do the same. You. Well, it snapped on the inside, so arguably that should be enough. What I need to do is take the bottom, snap you there, take the top, snap you there. There. Now we have it flush. Ish. Technically, those should be cleaned, but whatever. You know, just adding a little character, getting this to seem a little bit more natural. At some point, I'm going to have to go in and really clean all this up. But until I get happy, like until I like the design more, I'd rather just, you know, do some hand stuff like this. Wait, take just that and snap it there. Yeah. What did I just hide, by the way? I hid the floor, which I think is something over here somewhere. There it is. We should start naming some of these. We can call this like bridge. But yeah, so now we have this little connection. And obviously this is still just tacky, but that'll help a little bit right there. We can also take you, do some fixes of you. Even something as simple as that. Because it doesn't hugely matter. This is more just cosmetic, but cool. Then we can go here. We don't want this. There's the roof. I like it. So now we have a whole new area added. We'll do one last test just to make sure the maze is exporting properly and all that. I could also fix falling damage, by the way. Oh, I don't have the bounding box anymore. That might cause some issues, but yeah, whatever. Now we have a ground. This feels a little bit more natural. Oh, interesting. I fell from 0, 0, 0. I'm going to get really good at this maze at some point. I'll have to definitely start recording locations. Yeah, see, that feels intimidating and fun. And now you have a second entrance. You can just walk along here. I could chunk out a couple pieces here to make this a little bit more scary. I do still have an edge right here, and that's fine. I took it out over there. Maybe I will take this out too. We'll see. Anyways, and then over here, you got the maze. And this one's technically harder over here because there's only one way to the other side and it's not right here. But I could chalk this up with tons of NPCs. The roof is a little tall. I might shrink that a little bit. But yeah, and you can see through walls, but it ain't helping you much, you know? But yeah, this is basically what I envisioned. All these mobs will be pretty trivial. It's just another way to EXP and get lost. Because of how complicated I'm making the game, there will be an NPC that'll summon your corpse. It won't res it, but it'll at least summon all your corpses and put them at a location. Probably have like a mushroom themed thing. Even these fog settings aren't too bad. I kind of like them. Let's do one last check on Soul Dungeon B. I just want to see if the header data somehow updated or not. I'm guessing not, but the ogres can fit through this. Yeah, see, I'm still getting clipping issues here. I don't get it. I had it working fine. Maybe I didn't lower the Z enough. But anyways, cool. I think that's going to be it for today. Just under 5 minutes. hope you enjoyed. We made a whole maze, and it's definitely complicated. We'll definitely have to figure out some new tricks to add content. So far, it's just a maze fest, but that's okay. I can add stuff in between. It's easy to mod the maze and add, interesting POIs and stuff later. For now, I'm just kind of getting the foundation out. And this is definitely getting a little complicated. Also, what happened to my roof over here? It's over that. Oh, I see. So now we have, I didn't mention this, but there is a platform here now, which I will clean up, that takes you up here. And this is a whole other section of EXP. So just this area alone, you should be able to fill a lot of people, right? Between this, and over here. This will probably take you like 3 or 4, maybe 5. And once you go down here, I might make that 5+. We'll see. Anyways, thank you for watching and have a good one.